Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Grand Award function of the INAE Annual Convention 2020, wherein various awards instituted by the Academy shall be conferred. In the first part of the Grand Award function, the Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering, Professor Jai Krishna and Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Awards, Outstanding Teachers Award and Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 shall be conferred. After the break, the Young Engineer Award, Young Entrepreneur Award and Innovative Student Projects Award shall be presented. May I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, Professor Indranil Manna, Vice President INAE, Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Vice President INAE, Dr. Pradeep, Vice President INAE, Professor K. Bhanu Sankara Rao, Chief Editor of Publications INAE, Lieutenant Colonel Shobhit Rai, retired Deputy Executive Director INAE, to please come to the dais and take their seats. May I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please deliver the welcome address.
Professor Indranil Manna, Dr. Purnendu Ghosh and Dr. Pradeep, the Vice Presidents of INAE, Professor K. Bhanu Sankara Rao, Chief Editor of Publications, esteemed Fellows of INAE, Awardees, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I welcome all of you to the INAE Grand Award function. This is being held online for the first time due to the ongoing pandemic situation. The pandemic has prevented the conduct of a physical meeting. But it is seen that all across the world, people have accepted the new paradigm of virtual events and have, in their own ways, tried to continue with the normalcy of life as the situation permits. It would have been, of course, wonderful to have met you all in person, but notwithstanding this, the Grand Award function shall continue in the traditional way in the virtual platform. At this juncture, for those of you who are not familiar with INAE, I would like to give a brief introduction of the Academy. The Indian National Academy of Engineering, often called INAE, was established in 1987 as a society under the Societies Registration Act. It is an autonomous professional body. It is supported partly through grant in aid from the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. It's actually the only engineering academy in the country and comprises India's most distinguished engineers, engineer scientists, and technologists, covering the entire spectrum of engineering disciplines. INAE provides a forum for futuristic planning for the country's development, requiring engineering and technological inputs, with a view to providing comprehensive solutions to the needs of the country. Presently, INAE has 883 fellows and 88 foreign fellows on its rolls, who are identified in 10 engineering sections, demarcated in terms of engineering disciplines and fields of specialization. INAE undertakes a large number of meaningful technical activities each year that have enhanced its image in the engineering community. One of the major activities is to give recognition to the outstanding contributions by engineers from the highest level to the young graduates, for which several awards have been instituted by the Academy. It is heartening to see that today we are honoring the stalwarts of the engineering community with Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering, Professor Jai Krishna and Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Awards, Outstanding Teachers Award, and additionally the Woman of the Engineer Award. Later on, the Young Engineer Award, Young Entrepreneur Award, and the Innovative Student Projects Awards shall be presented. Each award is unique in its criteria and guidelines and covers different types of engineering contributions. A brief description shall be made of each award before conferring the same. Each year, the Academy receives a large number of meritorious nominations for all awards which are scrutinized at the highest level committees. The selection process is fair and rational and very well developed, and only the very deserving nominees are privileged to be selected. It is pertinent to note that in spite of the multiple challenges posed by the ongoing COVID pandemic, the Academy received an overwhelming response to the call for nominations for all the awards. The selection committees were also happy to observe that the number of high-quality nominations surpassed all expectations, and it is hoped that this trend will continue in future years as well. It was indeed a challenging task for the selection committees to make the final selections and choose the awardees the best awardees in view of the large pool of excellent nominations. As President INAE, I am also pleased to inform you that in order to recognize and promote meritorious contributions of women in engineering profession, INAE has instituted a new award named INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award, and this has been instituted in this year 2020 onwards. The purpose of the award is to recognize and honor deserving women engineers every year who have made outstanding contributions to any field of engineering and technology in India and may serve as role models to budding women engineering professionals in the future. The award aims to recognize meritorious and original contributions made by women engineers from academia, research organizations or industry whose individual efforts have made a significant difference in any branch of engineering and technology by way of breakthrough innovation and disruptive change in different fields of engineering, and have helped to advance knowledge and competence to the benefit of the profession and people in India. The award is to be bestowed on women engineers between the age of 40 to 60 years every year, one from each of the three categories: academia, industry and R&D. 3 eminent women engineers have been selected for conferment of the award during the first year, that is 2020. It is my pleasant duty to congratulate all the award winners and wish them many more accolades and honors in their career paths. The awardees from different age groups have diverse roles to play in the society. The senior awardees are looked upon as mentors, while the younger awardees have a lifetime of achievements ahead of them and shall play a vital role in the future as the engineering leaders of the country. I am also delighted to express my heartiest congratulations once again and wish all awardees success in their endeavors and pursuit of excellence in the engineering realm. I also wish all the fellows, foreign fellows, young associates, awardees and delegates good health and safety during these trying times of the COVID pandemic, which have tested the patience and well-being of the entire world. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. May I request Professor Indranil Manna, Vice President INAE, to announce the names of the winners of the Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020.
Esteemed Fellows of INAE, awardees, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasant duty to announce the winners of Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020. May I now invite Dr. Shanak Mishra to come to the center of the stage and confer the awards. Before that, I would like to read out the citations of the awardees one by one. Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering, the highest recognition from INAE, is given every year to 2 eminent Indian citizens who have made most distinguished contribution in the field of engineering, engineering research, engineering education, technology development, and engineering management, which has brought prestige to the nation and are regarded as landmarks of technological development of the country. Professor K.A. Padmanabhan, Professor of Eminence, Anna University, Chennai, and former Director, IIT Kanpur, has made outstanding contributions to engineering education and materials research. He received the Forschung Prize, the Career Research Prize of the Humboldt Foundation, Germany, and the Higher SCD degree of University of Cambridge, UK for highly original research. His models for optimal superplasticity and inverse Hall-Page effect in different classes of materials are described as breakthrough from India by Nature Materials. His papers with Herbert Gleiter on structure of interfaces and grain boundaries are pioneering. His research on mechanical behavior of stainless steels for fast breeder program, development of alloy equivalent for AFNOR 7020, establishing a facility for superplastic forming for Indian Space Research Program, and development of multi-stage forging technology for undercarriage base plate fitting for supersonic aircraft for Indian Defence Research have benefited mission-oriented programs. He has been a consultant to SAIL, Tata Steel, Tata Motors, ISSDA, Aditya Birla Group, and several MSMEs, which has resulted in new technologies for forging microalloyed steel crankshafts, 1% nickel stainless steels, and substoichiometric titanium nitride thin films. With him as mentor, TCS has patented an ICME platform, PreMap, for energy resources and manufacturing industries. He has authored 3 books, 5 book chapters, and 300 research publications. Professor Padmanabhan is awarded INAE Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020 in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the growth of engineering education in the country as an institution builder and pioneering research in materials engineering. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020 on Professor K.A. Padmanabhan.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020 on Professor K.A. Padmanabhan.
President of Indian National Academy of Engineering, Dr. Shanak Mishra, distinguished fellows, colleagues and friends, I feel humbled and honored to accept this award. I thank the Academy for having reposed its confidence in me. It needs the kind acts of many to make a success story, and I would like to remember with fondness and a deep sense of gratitude a few of them who have helped me to come this far. My wife Geeta took care of our entire family and helped raise our 3 wonderful sons with minimal contributions from me. In short, she made me and my career. The 2 institutions of higher education I attended, Banaras Hindu University and the University of Cambridge, UK, helped me develop a capacity for hard work, devotion to truth, and impartiality. The institution that I served in a career that started in April 1972, namely IT BHU, now known as IIT BHU, IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, University of Hyderabad, and Anna University, have always supported me to the hilt. Professor Prasad Kastagir, my physics teacher at BHU, taught me how to think, and Professor Tsr Anantaraman enabled me to get a research studentship to do PhD work at University of Cambridge, UK, even before I applied to that university. Professor P.V. Indireshan appointed me to a full professorship at IIT Madras at a young age, trained me in administration, and made me believe that to speak out is an intellectual duty. Professor C.S. Jha, been educational advisor at the Department of Education, Government of India, appointed me as the chairman GATE, Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering, in 1982, and thus helped me create a national testing scheme for postgraduate admissions with scholarship in India. Professor L.S. Srinath encouraged me to start the Center for Continuing Education at IIT Madras in 1986, the first of its kind within the IIT system. Professor Bernard Ilshna asked me to write the first ever comprehensive expert level book on superplasticity and ensured my credible entry into the world of advanced materials research. This book, as well as two subsequent ones on the same theme but on different aspects, were all published by Springer Verlag, Germany. From Professor Kurt Leuke, I learned how to simplify research problems. Professor Herbert Gleiter, by example, reminds me that perseverance is the most essential ingredient for success. The German Agency for International Technical Cooperation, GTZ, helped me set up a state-of-the-art laboratory at IIT Madras and in the area of material testing and metal forming, which attracted several visitors and postdoctoral workers from different parts of the world. I would like to thank DST, DRDL, AR&DB, ISRO, DAE and ADA for their research funding. The names of Dr. Abdul Kalam, Mr. C.V. Sundaram, Dr. P. Rodriguez, Dr. Kota Harinarayana and Mr. Kashi Vishwanathan come to my mind as my benefactors. Equally forthcoming in their support have been companies in the private and public sectors. Most important ones are Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Steel Authority of India Limited, Indian Stainless Steel Development Association and Aditya Birla S&T Company. I gratefully recall the strong support received from Mr. Saroj Gandhi, Dr. J.J. Irani, Dr. V. Ramaswamy, Dr. Sarak Mishra and Dr. Bishwajit Basu. Since 2010, TCS has been the sheet anchor of my research innings. The support of Mr. K. Anand Krishnan is gratefully acknowledged. The German agencies of Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, Volkswagen Foundation, German Research Foundation and German Ministry of Education and Research have also been supporting me generously. I have reserved the last and the most important mention to my 35 PhD students who have enabled me to publish more than 300 research publications in archival journals, 216 of them, and refereed proceedings of international conferences, 86 papers. Thank you. Jai Hind.
The second awardee, Dr. Tsr Prasad Rao, formerly Director, Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun, has made outstanding contributions in developing mission-critical technologies that substitute processes available solely from multinational companies. His distinguished service to India is unique and notable because of his passionate and unrelenting efforts to go beyond the laboratory and apply science and engineering to develop and commercialize indigenous technologies for India's industrial development. His keyword is develop and commercialize. He used his science and engineering achievements to develop and commercialize more than 10 technologies in collaboration with leading Indian companies, including Bharat Petroleum, Indian Oil, GAIL, Indian Petrochemicals, Reliance, and Cadila Pharmaceuticals. Similarly, Dr. Rao led Indian Pharmaceuticals to acquire catalyst manufacturing capabilities, expanding India's position in the global catalyst manufacturing industry. Besides being an accomplished technocrat, Dr. Rao is widely recognized as a successful leader of Indian R&D institutions. As director of CSIR IIT during 1990 through 1999, he combined his passion for science and engineering with his experience in industry to transform the institute from a sick laboratory to a vibrant, world-class innovation center. Since retiring from government sector in 1999, Dr. Rao has passionately championed science-based entrepreneurship in India. Dr. Tsr Prasad Rao is awarded the INAE Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020 in recognition of his outstanding contributions in developing indigenous mission-critical technologies and transforming Indian Institute of Petroleum as a world-class innovation center. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President, INAE to please confer the INAE Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020 on Dr. Tsr Prasad Rao.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering for the year 2020 on Dr. Tsr Prasad Rao.
President of the Academy, Dr. Sanik Mehta ji, members of the Council of Academy, distinguished fellows of Academy, guests, ladies and gentlemen. Indian Academy of Engineering conferred me this year Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering, and it is a great honor and privilege for me, and with all humility and gratitude, I accept this award. First of all, I want to profusely thank Dr. Sanik Mehta ji and the members of the council and Dr. R.K. Bhandari, my ex-colleague in CSIR, who nominated me, and many others who supported my nomination. I want to specially mention Dr. Arya Shelkar, who supported my nomination vehemently. I was elected as a Fellow of the Academy in 1993 thanks to Professor R. Kumar Saab, University of Science, Bangalore, and my good friend, late Dr. B.D. Kulkarni at NCL, Pune. When I was elected as a Fellow of Academy in 1993, I considered it a great honor and privilege. And today, I am in the list of Academy's Lifetime Contribution Award in Engineering Awardees. It was really an honor and a great moment in my life. First of all, I also want to thank my Professor M.N. Shastri, Andhra University, head of the inorganic chemistry at that time, under whose guidance I did my PhD. And Professor Shastri guided me PhD and taught me chemistry and also taught me ethics in my life. He was my mentor throughout. I also want to thank his wife, Sarla Garu, who looked after me like almost a children when I was in Andhra University. I joined PDIL Sindri Fertilizer Research India in 1967 after my PhD. Dr. K.R. Chakravarti, who was founder of PDIL and a great patriot, offered me research chemist post and gave me an opportunity to work in catalysis division and inspired me and imbibed me the passion of development and commercialization and passion for self-reliance. Under K.R. Chakravarti, PDIL developed a number of fertilizer catalysts in 1970s. I was there for 7 years. I was looking for an opportunity. Luckily, Indian Petrochemicals Corporation Limited, IPCL, was set up at Baroda, and this was the creation of late Raj Kumar Saab, who was the former Secretary Petroleum and a great visionary. Dr. P.G. Menon, who was the Director of Research at IPCL, and Dr. J.J. Mehta, who was the Chairman at that time, offered me a scientist post and invited me to join their team in Baroda. On April 1974, I joined IPCL Baroda. I was there for 16 years, very exciting period. During the 16 years, under the leadership of P.G. Menon and later under the leadership of Dr. I.S. Bharadwaj, myself and my wonderful colleagues, we all developed several catalysts and catalytic processes for petrochemicals and commercialized them. All these catalysts and technologies were the monopoly of multinationals. But we could achieve this because of the successive, very dynamic and passionate chairman of the IPCL like Dr. S. Varadarajan Saab and Dr. Subrata Ganguly. And I owe Dr. P.G. Menon, Dr. J. Mehta, Dr. I.S. Bharadwaj and all my colleagues in IPCL a lot, and also to Dr. Varadarajan Saab and Subrata Ganguly. I never thought of leaving IPCL. In 1993, CSIR appointed a national search committee for appointing director of Indian Institute of Petroleum. Professor M.N. Sharma was the chairman, and P.K. Mukhopadhyay, former chairman of IOCL, was also a member of the search committee. Professor M.N. Sharma ji and Mukhopadhyay selected me as the director of Indian Institute of Petroleum. And it was really a very major turning point in my career. I profusely thank and show my gratitude to Professor M.M. Sharma ji and also Dr. P.K. Mukhopadhyay, who persuaded me to leave IPCL and join Indian Institute of Petroleum. The rest is history, and it was a challenging task for me. The institute's morale was very low, but by God's grace and with the help of many my colleagues at IIP and scientists, staff, and many well-wishers and especially petroleum industry, I could bring back a U-turn to the institute. And in the 9 years of my tenure, we and the entire team developed several technologies and commercialized them in petroleum refineries, pharmaceutical companies, and even jaggery furnaces in village goods factories. And very large accomplishment and excellent journey. My tenure with IIP was very fascinating, and during the 9 years of my tenure, IIP got 9 CSR Technology Awards, and thanks to my colleagues and their excellent work. And I retired in 1999, and another great luck for me was when I was in IIP, I have very dynamic and visionary research council members of IIP like Lavraj Kumar Saab himself and G.V. Ramakrishna, former advisor, Planning Commission, and Vijay Kelkar, former Secretary Petroleum, and P.K. Mukhopadhyay. I owe a lot to Dr. Kumar Saab, Dr. Ramakrishna ji, and Dr. Vijay Kelkar and P.K. Mukhopadhyay for their guidance and excellent support. I want to dedicate this award to fertilizer, petrochemical, oil and gas and petroleum refining industry of our country, and all the institutions like IPCL, PDL, IIP, and all my colleagues at these places who worked extremely well and contributed. Finally, I would like to thank my parents who educated me with their meager income, and my family, my wife Sujata, and my son Uday, and my daughter Harita. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Mishra. I shall now invite Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Vice President INAE, to announce the winners of the Professor Jayakrishna and Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Awards 2020.
Thank you, Professor Indranil Manna. It is my pleasure to announce the names of Professor Jayakrishna and Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Awardees 2020 and invite President INAE to confer the award. Professor Jayakrishna and Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Awards are given to an eminent engineer scientist, or a technologist for academic and scholarly achievements in any discipline of technology, outstanding research in engineering and technology and application thereof, outstanding contributions in the management of education and research in engineering, outstanding achievements and contributions in the Indian industry, engineering services or engineering projects. Professor Jayakrishna Award shall be given each year in the disciplines of Engineering Section 1, Civil Engineering, Engineering Section 3, Mechanical Engineering, Engineering Section 4, Chemical Engineering, Engineering Section 7, Aerospace Engineering, and Engineering Section 8, Mining, Metallurgy and Metals Engineering. Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Awards shall be given each year in the disciplines of Engineering Section 2, Computer Engineering and Information Technology, Engineering Section 5, Electrical Engineering, Engineering Section 6, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Engineering Section 9, Energy Engineering, and Engineering Section 10, Interdisciplinary and Special Engineering Fields and Leadership in Academia, R&D and Industry. The awardees for the current year are Professor Jayakrishna Memorial Award 2020, Dr. V. Ramaswamy, Professor, Department of Metallurgical Engineering, PhD College of Technology, Coimbatore, obtained his PhD degree from Imperial College of Technology, University of London in 1967. He then joined Imperial College as a member of academy staff and carried out in situ phase transformation studies in the high voltage electron microscope and carbide precipitation in nickel-based and cobalt-based superalloys. He joined Research and Development Center for Iron and Steel, SAIL, Ranchi in 1974 and was instrumental in setting up a well-equipped laboratory for research in iron and steel. He initiated a number of new steel products which have been commercialized, including dual-phase steel, duplex stainless steel, heat-resistant steel for Indian Railways, API quality X65, X70 grade line pipe steel through LD and concast route followed by controlled rolling. He also contributed to development of ultra-high strength steel. He rose to the position of Executive Director R&D in 1991 and was transferred to Salem Steel Plant, SAIL, as the Chief Executive in 1993. He successfully commissioned coin blanking line and commissioned the hot rolling stickles mill without any cost and time overruns. He contributed to the development of special steels for Navy as an expert member and suggested a cost-effective method of producing this steel, meeting all stringent property requirements. Steel was used in the building of indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant. At PSG College of Technology, he was involved in setting up of Center of Excellence in Welding, Engineering and Technology for developing several welding consumables, special purpose welding machines and welding routes. Dr. V. Ramaswamy is awarded the Professor Jayakrishna Memorial Award for the year 2020 in the recognition of his outstanding research contributions in the field of ferrous metallurgy for applications to Indian railways and strategic sectors such as atomic energy and defense. I would request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President, Indian National Academy of Engineering, to please confer the Professor Jayakrishna Memorial Award for the year 2020 on Dr. V. Ramaswamy.
On behalf of the National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Professor Jayakrishna Memorial Award for the year 2020 on Dr. V. Ramaswamy.
Mr. President and fellows of the National Academy of Engineering, friends, I am indeed deeply honored to have been chosen for this year's Professor Jayakrishna Memorial Award. I am consider myself lucky to have been chosen for this award. I am thankful to Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, and other members of the award team for selecting me to this cover award. I have been fortunate to have had very distinguished colleagues who have worked with me in developing the R&D Center at SAIL Ranchi. I have had stringent support from all the President and the Chairman of the SAIL in order to promote the R&D activities. In particular, I would like to thank Mr. Wadud Khan, Mr. Billy Moria, Dr. P. L. Agrawal, Dr. Mr. K.C. Khanna, Mr. Samara Bhagavan, Dr. V. Krishnamurthy, Mr. S.R. Jain, and Mr. M.R. Nair, who all gave support of the R&D programs during my time at RDCS. In addition to that, I have been fortunate to have had distinguished colleagues who have helped me in shaping up the program. In addition to this, we also had a very good cooperation from the various academic institutes during the initial time when we were setting up the R&D laboratory. In particular, I would like to thank Professor Tsr Anantaraman of IIT BHU, Professor E.G. Ramchandran of IIT Madras, Professor E.C. Subrao of IIT Kanpur, and Professor Chandolkar at IIT Bombay, Professor Seal at Bengal Engineering College, Calcutta. They all helped me in carrying out some of the initial mechanical property tests using the equipment available in those times. We were building the laboratory, but we were also having collaborative program with various academic institutions. I have been fortunate to have had enlightened chairman who supported me all along. And in particular, I would like to thank my first boss, Dr. S. Ramchandran, who selected me and brought me and gave me full freedom for establishing this particular R&D center at Ranchi. I have been fortunate to have distinguished colleagues who helped me to build up the laboratory and also at Salem to finish the stickle mill on time. I have been fortunate in having all the help from various people. In addition, I would like to thank my wife, the better half, who gave me unstinted support and help during the earlier time when we are facing a lot of difficulties. Firstly, I am very humble, and also I accept this award in all humility and share it with my people. Thank you.
Professor S.M. Mitra Memorial Award 2020. Professor L.M. Patnaik. Professor L.M. Patnaik, Adjunct Professor and INSA Senior Scientist, National Institute of Advanced Studies, Bangalore, was a faculty member of the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore during 1971 to 2011. He was also the Vice Chancellor of Defence Institute of Advanced Studies, during 2008-2011. He has played a pivotal role during the initiation of a strong graduate academic program in computer science and engineering at Indian Institute of Science. He has made seminal contributions to parallel and distributed performance computing and mobile computing. One of his papers on adaptive genetic algorithm has been cited over 3,600 times by Google Scholar. He has made significant contributions to the design of controllers, algorithms, simulators, and computers architecture for space, defense, and atomic energy applications. The fertilizer and steel industries, as Vice Chancellor of DIAT, he initiated several new programs of relevance to defense technologies, particularly cybersecurity and nanotechnology, applied to defense. He is a fellow of the 4 leading science and engineering academies of India, the IEEE and the TWAS. He was involved in the formation of 3 of India's premier establishments, CDAC, NBRC, and DIAT. He has over 1,300 publications, has won 27 awards. Currently, his research is in machine cognition at the NIAS. His training and research activities are entirely indigenously based. Professor L.M. Patnaik is awarded Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Award for the year 2020 in recognition of his outstanding research contributions in the field of computer science for application in strategic areas such as satellite technology and nuclear reactor. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Award for the year 2020 on Professor L.M. Patnaik.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Award for the year 2020 on Professor L.M. Patnaik.
Dr. Sanak Mishra, President, Professor Indranil Manna, Dr. Pradeep, and Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Vice Presidents, members of the Governing Council, and distinguished fellows of the INAE and other invitees. My warmest greetings to you all. At the outset, let me express my sincere thanks and warm appreciation to the members of the Awards Committee and the members of the Governing Council for bestowing upon me this prestigious honor. I am humbled and honored to receive this prestigious award, Professor S.N. Mitra Memorial Award. I am delighted to accept this award, particularly on 2 counts. Firstly, the award comes from a very prestigious academy of the country devoted to the cause of engineering and technology. The academy is quite well known even internationally. Secondly, the award is named after a distinguished telecommunication engineer, Professor S.N. Mitra, who has made pivotal contributions to radio physics and telecommunication engineering. I had the honor and privilege of interacting personally with Professor S.N. Mitra during late 1980s when he was the technical director of the Tosniwal Brothers Private Limited in New Delhi. I used to meet him in his office in Delhi on several occasions. During those interactions, even he used to discuss about the challenges those were faced during the formative days of the INAE. Professor S.N. Mitra's contributions to the formation of the academy are greatly acknowledged and appreciated. The credit for the award goes to a large pool of my students who have contributed to my research pursuits in several ways. These students are from the Indian Institute of Science, and majority of them are even from the engineering colleges spread over the states of Karnataka, Maharashtra, particularly from Pune, and even from Noida. I am indeed grateful to all the students whose interaction has helped me in enriching my technical expertise over the years. I would even say that it is like a joint award with all these students. I am also in particular grateful, thankful to all my family members, particularly my wife and daughter, who have tolerated my overindulgence in my professional activities over the years. Thank you very much.
I now invite Dr. Pradeep, Vice President INAE, to read out the names of INAE Outstanding Teachers Awardees 2020.
Indian National Academy of Engineering Outstanding Teachers Award. The Academy has instituted the Outstanding Teachers Award in the year 2013 to honor INAE Fellows who have excelled in the field of teaching. The nominees should have been recognized for their outstanding abilities in teaching already by their peers in the institutes and students. The outstanding teacher should be of unquestionable honesty, integrity, and moral character. There will be a maximum of 2 such awards per year. One award will cover the disciplines of civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, aerospace engineering, and mining, metallurgical, and materials engineering. The other award will cover computer engineering and information technology, electrical engineering, electronics and communication engineering, energy and interdisciplinary and spatial engineering fields, and leadership in academia, R&D, and industry. The Outstanding Teachers Awardees for the year 2020 are Professor Ranjit Kumar Ray, INAE Outstanding Teachers Award, Professor Ranjit Kumar Ray, Professor Ranjit Kumar Ray, AICT INAE Distinguished Visiting Professor and formerly Head, Advanced Center for Material Science, Department of Materials and Metallurgical Engineering, IIT Kanpur. He holds Bachelor's of Engineering, Master's of Engineering and PhD degrees in Metallurgical Engineering from Calcutta University. He also holds a second PhD degree in Physical Metallurgy and Science of Materials from University of Birmingham, UK. He taught at Bengal Engineering College, Shibpur, now called IEEST Shibpur, for little over 11 years, followed by teaching at IIT Kanpur for 28 years. Thereafter, he worked for more than 10 years in the R&D division of Tata Steel, Jamshedpur, as a visiting scientist. The next 5 years, he was a visiting professor in IEEST Shibpur. Last year, Professor Ray has been made an AICT INAE Distinguished Visiting Professor. Throughout his entire teaching and research career, spanning over more than 5 decades, Professor Ray's teaching has been based on 2 beliefs, namely, nobody can teach anything to anybody, everybody learns himself or herself. And second, there is never a bad student, but there are bad teachers. He always considers that as a teacher, his job is to motivate the students and kindle their imagination. Throughout his career, he has been endeavoring to do just that. He is overwhelmed by the love and affection shown to him by his many students, and this he considers his biggest achievement, an award as a teacher. Professor Ranjit Kumar Ray is awarded the Indian National Academy of Engineering Outstanding Teachers Award for the year 2020 in recognition of his outstanding contributions to teaching and research in the area of materials and metallurgical engineering and for mentoring students in innovation and research activities. I now request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President
Indian National Academy of Engineering to please confer the INAE Outstanding Teachers Award for the year 2020 on Professor Ranjit Kumar Ray.
On behalf of the National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Outstanding Teachers Award for the year 2020 on Professor Ranjit Kumar Ray.
Friends, I am grateful to the Indian National Academy of Engineering for giving me the Outstanding Teacher Award 2020. In this connection, I would like to recall two very important incidents in my life. The first one happened sometime around 1968-69 when one monsoon morning, one of my former undergraduate students, Dr. Chaitanya Ganguly, came to my house. I opened the door. He was completely drenched. He touched my feet and told me, "Sir, it's because of you I have got the job in BRC." I was surprised because I really didn't do anything with his job in BRC. He realized it. He told me, actually what happened is, during the interview, they wanted to know from which subject they would ask me questions. I told them, from X-ray diffraction, please. Sir, they asked me more than 50 questions and I could answer each and every one of them very satisfactorily. After the interview was over, the board members asked me, "Who was your teacher?" I told your name. Well, this particular incident is very important in my life. In fact, I consider it a red letter day. That is the first time I got an award for my teaching. The second incident happened about 10 years ago. At that time, I was working as a visiting scientist in Tata Steel Jamshedpur. On one of my visits, my wife and I were staying in the Tata Steel main guest house. During that period, the Doyen of Indian Metallurgy, Professor P. Rama Rao, was also staying in the same guest house. He came to Jamshedpur for some work in NML, I suppose. Professor Rama Rao, I and my wife, we met in front of the lobby of the guest house one evening. Professor Rao told my wife, "You know, I consider after Professor Anantaraman, Ranjit is the most successful teacher of metallurgy in this country." That was my second award and possibly the best award as a teacher in metallurgy in India. Well, now I've got the third award from the Academy. I consider it a salute and a tribute to the fraternity of engineering teachers all over the country. Thank you very much.
Professor Bhim Singh, CEA Chair Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, has demonstrated a high level of leadership for more than 41 years in innovative teaching, research development, consulting, and administration. He has introduced individual numerical assignments, computer simulation assignments, seminars, term papers, and mini projects for each student in most of the courses in order to improve the communication skills, hands-on experience, and to build individual personality. He has organized more than 50 short-term courses, workshops, and dozen conferences. He has delivered more than 100 keynote addresses, invited specialized talks, including several memorial lectures and tutorials in conferences. In first step, he has filed patents, published these inventions in top-level journals, and then developed advanced experiments of these technologies. He has also co-authored a unique book on power quality problems and mitigation techniques, published by John Wiley & Sons in 2015. which consists of 175 solved design and simulation problems. He has supervised 88 PhD and 168 Masters in Engineering and MTech and Masters by Research students as one of the highest in engineering and technology. Professor Singh has published more than 2,185 research papers in 919 journals and 1,266 conferences and has 59 patents to his credit. Professor Singh has executed more than 85 sponsored consultancy projects from industries around the world and government agencies. Professor Bhim Singh is awarded the Indian National Academy of Engineering Outstanding Teachers Award for the year 2020 in recognition of his outstanding contributions in innovative teaching, research, development and consulting, and for inspiring students to develop creative and communication skills and carry out novel research activities. I now request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President, Indian National Academy of Engineering, to please confer the INAE Outstanding Teachers Award for the year 2020 on Professor Bhim Singh. Thank you.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Outstanding Teachers Award for the year 2020 on Professor Bhim Singh.
I, Bhim Singh, thanks International Academy of Engineering and the Jury of Trust for presenting the INAE Outstanding Teachers Award this year to me. It is a matter of great honor to accept this award, which praises my 41 years in academic research and teaching. I thank Professor Vijay Ketan Panigrahi and Professor Gurumurthy Bhuneswari for my nominator and to consider and boost me for this prestigious award. I am thankful to my professor, especially Professor C.S. Jha, who has been founder fellow of INAE, Professor S.S. Murthy and Professor V.K. Singh, all fellow of INAE, mentors and role model of my life, who gave me the courage to perform to such a level. I thank my government of India for providing me a platform where I could have contributed to academic fraternity. Indian Institute of Technology and Indian Institute of Technology Delhi and Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee have been very benign to me all these years. I thank them for giving me all the resources and amenity I needed throughout my academic teaching. I thank my colleagues and co-researchers at IIT Delhi and IIT Roorkee for helping me out in times of need. As per the present data online, I have highest publications on power quality, solar PV generation, improved power quality converters and multi-phase converters. I truly explore my credit in the world. I am glad to share that I have been ranked first in India and 11 globally by Stanford ranking 2020 in electrical engineering as well as energy engineering. Finally, I thank my 92 PhD students and 168 master students along with all the present research scholars for working day and night hard with me. I would like to also thank all the undergraduate students who has respected to what I have tried to teach. I thank my wife, Mrs. Susila Singh, who has accompanied me all journey of life, even being here. I'm grateful to my children and my eldest son, Dr. Mohit Singh, his wife, Dr. Ankita, my daughter, Dr. Sapti Singh, her husband, Dr. Mohit Gupta, and my younger son, Mr. Gyani Singh, and his wife, Mr. Pallavi Singh, Mrs. Pallavi Singh, my grandchildren, Advika, Isan, Mihir, and Bihan, for allowing me to take their time for academic teaching and research. I am grateful to my family members, especially my present parents, my brother, my sister, and relatives for moral support to me in life. I thank my professional friends, my social friends, and well-wishers. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Pradeep. May I now invite Professor K. Bhanu Sankara Rao, Chief Editor of Publications INAE, to announce the awardees of INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020.
INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award. The Academy has instituted an award to honor women engineers named as INAE Women Engineer of the Year Award from the year that is 2020 onwards. The purpose of the award is to recognize and honor women engineers every year who have made outstanding contributions to engineering technology in India and who will serve as role models. The award recognizes outstanding engineering contributions of women engineers of India who have made a significant difference, breakthrough innovation and disruptive change in different fields of engineering, which have led to a major positive change and great improvement in the life of people in India. The subject award is to be bestowed on an individual only, and the nominations for the award should be nominated and seconded by the fellows of the INAE only. INAE will honor 3 women engineers between the age of 40 to 60 years every year with this award, one from each of the 3 categories: academia, industry and R&D. The award carries a cash award of Rs 2 lakhs and a citation. INAE Women Engineer of the Year Awardees 2020. One award recommended in each category, that is academia, R&D and industry as under. For this year, from academia, Professor Sanghamitra Bandopadhyaya, Director, Indian Statistical Institute, Calcutta, has made outstanding research contributions in the intersection of computational intelligence, data analytics and bioinformatics. She has published papers in reputed journals that are well cited. She is acclaimed for her contributions in clustering and multi-objective optimization. Her pioneering proposal of center-based encoding in genetic algorithm-based clustering significantly reduced the representation, size, speeding of convergence, etc. She followed it up with a number of innovations, finally developing a method that identified the model order, converged to the optimal score, and identified symmetric clusters of any shape, size and overlap. Development of AMOSA, the first multi-objective simulated annealing with non-greedy selection, is her pioneering contribution. She also made contributions in many objective optimization. Over the past decade, she designed techniques in computational biology, demonstrating that innovative computational methods are essential for making biological discoveries. She developed Target Miner, a machine learning based microRNA target prediction algorithm using tissue specific negative samples. It provided the best specificity, sensitivity trade-off, etc. She made important computational contributions in HIV-1 pathogenesis and Alzheimer's progression. She is currently working on a systems medicine approach to understanding oral and cervical cancer, and also on algorithms for aligning short noisy reads to a reference genome. Professor Sanghamitra Bandopadhyaya is awarded the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 in recognition of her outstanding research contributions in the intersection of computational intelligence, data analytics and bioinformatics, and for designing techniques in computational biology for vital healthcare systems. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 on Professor Sanghamitra Bandopadhyaya.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award for the year 2020 on Professor Sanghamitra Bandopadhyaya.
I am grateful to the Indian National Academy of Engineering for having selected me for the inaugural edition of the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 in the Academia category. Women are too few in number in many science disciplines, especially in engineering sciences. I believe this award will go a long way in recognizing the contributions of women engineers and will also help to inspire young women who may look at engineering as a career option. My association with INAE goes a long way back to 2002 when I received the INAE Young Engineer Award. Then this association continued, and in 2012 I was selected for the INAE Silver Jubilee Award and became a fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering in the same year. INAE has always encouraged me in a variety of ways, and I am particularly happy about the personal touch that it shows. Every year it was a pleasure to receive birthday greetings from this academy. The officials also make a very special effort to make everyone feel at home and also as a part of a large family. Thank you very much, INAE, and all colleagues who work very hard to see the academy grow from strength to strength. I also try to remain as active as possible in INAE activities, though my heavy commitment as Director of Indian Statistical Institute for the 2 consecutive terms now have sometimes come in the way of a deeper engagement that I would have desired to have with this academy. Nevertheless, I remain committed to the cause of this academy and will try to lend as much support and help as possible and as may be required. Thank you all once again for conferring me this honor. I remain ever grateful for that. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 in R&D category. It has been awarded to Dr. Lalitambika VR. Dr. Lalitambika VR is a distinguished scientist and Director, Directorate of Human Space Program. ISRO has taken the lead in defining the directions for Indian human space flight. She was instrumental in enabling the materialization of India's Gaganyaan program and establishment of new human space flight center, etc. She identified and interfaced with national stakeholders and international collaborators for Gaganyaan and evolved astronaut selection criteria and end-to-end crew management activities for Gaganyaan. She also enabled selection of Indian astronaut trainees. In the earlier role as Deputy Director, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, she led the control, guidance and simulation entity to meet the challenges of ISRO launch vehicle missions. She played a key role in the success of PSLV, GSLV and GSLV Mark III, both as autopilot designer and team leader for design of guidance and autopilot flight software and validation of navigation, guidance and control systems. Dr. Lalitambika also played a major role in conceptualizing and operationalizing day of launch wind biasing, enabling all-season launch. She was instrumental in devising innovative mission management and design strategy for India's first winged re-entry vehicle RLV-TD and steering it to success and developed real-time trajectory simulation software or Sitara. For Chandrayaan-2 lander mission, as NGC committee chairperson, she steered NGC system evolution across ISRO centers. She also expanded integrated simulation facility of VSSC for diverse missions through new test beds, including Iron Bird for actuator in loop simulation. Dr. Lalitambika VR is awarded the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 in recognition of her outstanding contributions to the Indian space program, including defining the directions for Indian human space flight and for design of navigation, guidance and control systems for satellite launch vehicles. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra President INAE to please confer the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 on Dr. Lalitambika VR.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Lalitambika VR.
Dr. Sanak Mishra, President Indian National Academy of Engineering, distinguished fellows and other participants, and my fellow awardees, good afternoon to you all. I sincerely thank the Indian National Academy of Engineering for conferring the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 on me. I am honored to receive this prestigious award, and I accept this in all humility on behalf of my sisters in ISRO and on my own behalf. This recognition will certainly act as a spur and encouragement not only to me but also to all those bright young girls and women who are making major strides in various fields of engineering all over India. On this occasion, I wish to thank my gurus and mentors for their timely advice and guidance over the years. And I also wish to thank my dear colleagues with whom I share a common work ethos. Let me also acknowledge the gender-neutral work culture of my beloved organization, which provides a conducive environment for individual growth along with seamless teamwork. On the home front, my parents and grandparents have ever been sources of inspiration and role models. My dearest friend and husband Pradeep deserves my deepest expression of gratitude for all his support and encouragement. My children and grandchildren take a keen interest in my work and in the Indian space program and have been sources of renewed energy. My hearty congratulations and best wishes to all my fellow awardees. My humble pranams to God Almighty, from whom all blessings flow, and thank you.
INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 Industry Category. It has been awarded to Dr. Deepa Srinivasan. Dr. Deepa Srinivasan, Chief Engineer, Pratt & Whitney R&D Center, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, has over 20 years of experience in developing advanced materials and manufacturing technologies for gas turbines. She is the inventor of several new technologies, having over 34 patents, and has developed more than 50 technologies and process applications that are now running in several gas turbines. She is a pioneer in the area of additive manufacturing and has developed several applications for metal laser additive manufacturing as a unique technology enabler for aerospace, automotive and space sector. She has made outstanding contributions in new technology areas such as additive manufacturing, cold spray coatings and component lifing, from ideation to prototyping to production in an accelerated manner for gas turbine progress. She has played a key role in developing and qualifying over 25 Indian suppliers in casting, forging and fabrication for turbo machinery components. One of her key strengths has been to identify and collaborate with industries as well as academic institutions seamlessly to accomplish accelerated technology development. She has been active in teaching and training and has been very successful in imparting an industrial edge to engineering education by continuously sharing and teaching her practical engineering experience with academia and motivated several student interns. Dr. Deepa Srinivasan is awarded the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 in recognition of her outstanding research contributions and development of indigenous technologies and processes in the areas of advanced materials and manufacturing technologies for gas turbines for industrial applications. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award 2020 on Dr. Deepa Srinivasan.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Woman Engineer of the Year Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Deepa Srinivasan.
Good afternoon. Honorable President of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, Dr. Sanak Mishra, distinguished chief guest of today's function, respected INAE fellows, colleagues and friends, ladies and gentlemen. On this gorgeous day of the 21st of December 2020, it is indeed a great honor for me to be the recipient of the Women Engineer of the Year Award conferred by the Indian National Academy of Engineering. It is particularly exciting to note that this is the maiden year of this initiative by INAE, and it is my privilege to have been chosen as one of the recipients of this prestigious recognition for women engineering professionals by INAE. I'd like to congratulate all the other award winners of today's function, the Lifetime Achievement Award winners, the young engineers, the students who are receiving their awards, and my fellow women engineering colleagues who are receiving it today, and place my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for INAE for having led this commendable effort, including today's function, despite the unprecedented times that we are facing, particularly in 2020 because of the pandemic. So thank you very much for arranging this grand function in a virtual mode despite all the constraints. Now, this takes me back on a nostalgic trip to almost 20 years ago. The year is 2000, where I was fortunate to be the recipient of the INAE Students Innovative Projects Award when I finished my doctoral thesis from the Metallurgy Department at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And really, if I look back, ever since my childhood, I don't think I could have imagined doing anything other than science and engineering and science and research. And a big lion's share of this goes to my parents, my father and mother, who from the very early childhood inculcated and instilled fervor for science and technology and research. So without their unconditional support all these years, it is not only in my academic pursuits, but also in enabling, sustaining a professional career without a break in a continued fashion. Complete credit goes to my parents and their support. And also in the last more recent 30 years since I practiced as a professional, it is the backbone for my career has been my husband and my close family and my two daughters, lovely daughters, who are very well adjusted, especially having to do without my presence for long durations when I used to go on field trips, and I'm really indebted to my whole family and friends for this. But what I'm today, truly, if I'd like to say, what I stand today in my professional career, the complete credit goes to the fantastic mentorship and guidance that I've had in the formative years at the Metallurgy Department at the Indian Institute of Science. Such fabulous guidance from my professors who were instrumental in molding my formative years, in instilling technical rigor and teaching us to overcome all kinds of challenges that we faced, and continue to help me and mentor me even today. Professor Ranganathan, Professor Kamanyo Chattopadhyay, and each and every other single professor who taught metallurgy, and more importantly, how to practice technical excellence in daily profession. So I'm indeed very, very fortunate, blessed and lucky to have had this kind of support for pursuing a career in science, technology, engineering and mathematics. While definitely this is not so for many other women, many other young professionals who face a lot of hurdles once they make a brilliant start in being able to sustain long careers because of the socio-economic condition in terms of responsibilities towards a family, especially in India, and not having the kind of support that I've had. I would just like to leave them with a couple of thoughts. What I've learned and what I've actually practiced. One is to have a steadfast passion towards STEM. Then every challenge actually seems like a stepping stone into a smiling opportunity. The second, what I've learned from my professors, is to practice, create a culture of excellence and practice excellence and strive towards it. The excellence is a carefully cultivated trait only backed by expertise.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now break and reassemble after 10 minutes. I now welcome Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, Professor Indranil Manna, Vice President INAE, Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Vice President INAE, Dr. Pradeep, Vice President INAE, Professor K. Bhanu Sankara Rao, Chief Editor of Publications INAE, and Lieutenant Colonel Shobhit Rai, retired, Deputy Executive Director INAE, back on the dais and request them to please take their seats. May I request Professor Indranil Manna, Vice President INAE, to please brief on the INAE Young Engineer Award and announce the names of the awardees.
This session is devoted to Young Engineer Award of INAE. In order to recognize and encourage excellence in the fields of engineering, the Academy instituted INAE Young Engineer Award in 1996. This award recognizes not only the scientific and technological contributions of the nominee, but also their practical applications in industry and their potential for advancement of new technology. The eligibility criteria are evidences of excellence in engineering research, product or process design, technology development, and transfer. Specific contributions submitted for consideration of the award should have been carried out in India. The award consists of a cash prize of Rs 1 lakh and a citation. Each year, nominations are invited by the Academy from various engineering institutions, research laboratories, defense establishments, industry, and fellowship. The selection of INAE Young Engineer Award was made in 2 stages this year. In the first stage, shortlisting of the nominations received was carried out by the sectional committees of INAE, held during June 10 through 20 this year, followed by detailed evaluation through presentation of the work in the second stage. 33 candidates from a total of 134 nominations were shortlisted in the first stage. Engineering section-wise presentation by shortlisted nominees were held during August 17 and 18, 2020 in the second stage of selection. The criteria for selection was the engineering contribution and excellence, future promise as a leader, records and credentials, impact made in engineering field, and presentation and confidence level in answering the questions. The candidates faced the committee and defended themselves in the presentations. The selections were made in 2 days in 8 sessions, that is 2 parallel sessions held in the morning and evening on both days. 15 candidates have been selected for this award. These award winners will also be formally inducted into the Academy as INAE Young Associates during the AGM of Fellows being held online tomorrow. The names of the award winners will now be read out one by one. Dr. N.M. Anup Krishnan from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, specializing in physics and data-based modeling of materials. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. N.M. Anup Krishnan,
Dr. Tsr Prasad Rao from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, specializing in environmental engineering. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Tsr Pratap Singh,
Dr. Pawan Goel from Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, specializing in natural language processing. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Pawan Goel,
Dr. Neeladhara Mishra from Indian Institute of Technology, Gandhinagar, specializing in theoretical computer science and algorithm design. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Neeladhara Mishra,
Dr. Prasenjit Das from CSIR Central Mechanical Engineering Research Institute, Durgapur, specializing in materials processing and manufacturing. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Prasenjit Das,
Dr. Ravi Kumar Arun from Indian Institute of Technology, Jammu, specializing in microfluidics, lab-on-chip devices, energy conversion, and energy storage. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Ravi Kumar Arun,
Dr. Rahul Mangal, Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, specializing in polymer physics, soft matter, and rheology. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Rahul Mangal,
Dr. Tsr Subhash Gajare from Eaton India Innovation Center, Pune, specializing in power systems. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Tsr Subhash Gajare,
Dr. Sumit Kumar, Pramanik, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, specializing in power electronics and drives. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Sumit Kumar Pramanik,
Dr. Digvijay N. Nath from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, specializing in semiconductor devices and heterostructures, gallium nitride-based high electron mobility transistors. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Digvijay N. Nath,
Dr. Raghavendra Kumar Chaudhary from Indian Institute of Technology, Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad, specializing in radio frequency and microwave engineering. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Raghavendra Kumar Chaudhary,
Dr. Pooja Devi from Central Scientific Instruments Organization, Chandigarh, specializing in materials engineering, sensors, water and energy harvesting devices. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Pooja Devi,
Dr. Mudrika Khandelwal from Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, specializing in nanofibrous composites. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Mudrika Khandelwal.
Dr. M. Satish from CSIR's Central Leather Research Institute, Chennai, specializing in leather technology. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. M. Satish,
Dr. D. Josephine Selvarani Ruth from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, specializing in instrumentation and control engineering. I request Dr. Shanak Mishra, President INAE, to confer INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Engineer Award for the year 2020 on Dr. D. Josephine Selvarani Ruth.
This brings us to the conclusion of the INAE Young Engineer Award session for the year 2020. Thank you.
May I invite Dr. Pradeep, Vice President INAE, to please come to the podium and brief on the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award and announce the names of the awardees.
INAE Young Entrepreneur Award was instituted in the year 2017 to encourage and recognize innovation and entrepreneurship among young engineers. The engineering innovations, inventions, concepts that have been actually realized and implemented in industry, either in new processes or products, are given weightage. Each year, nominations are invited by the Academy for the award. The award carries a citation and a cash prize of Rs 2 lakhs to the selected individual candidates, or to be shared by the group of individuals not exceeding 3 persons. A total of 38 eligible nominations were received this year, out of which 11 nominations were shortlisted during the first round of selection by the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award Committee. Meetings held on July 17, 2020 and July 20, 2020. The 11 shortlisted nominees were invited to make a presentation of their work before the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award Committee on August 19, 2020. The presentations were evaluated based on the following 5 criteria: novelty of the innovation, level of technical content, including a brief mention about the state of the art, potential impact, either societal or industrial or both, level of maturity, that is time to market, and cost effectiveness. 2 nominees were selected for conferment of the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award this year, and these are Mr. Akshay Singhal, Log9 Materials Scientific Private Limited, Bengaluru, for their work on graphene nanotechnology. I now request President Indian National Academy of Engineering to confer the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award to the awardees.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award for the year 2020 on Mr. Akshay V. Singhal.
Dr. Anuya A. Nisal, CSIR National Chemical Laboratory, Pune, for her work on biomaterials and bioengineering. I now request President Indian National Academy of Engineering to confer the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award to the awardees.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the INAE Young Entrepreneur Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Anuya A. Nisa.
In addition, 2 young entrepreneurs were selected to be conferred special commendation certificates, and these are Dr. Sundar Rajan Krishnan, Apner Mechatronics Private Limited, Bengaluru, for their work on consumer products. I now request President Indian National Academy of Engineering to confer the special commendation on the selected candidates.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the special commendation for INAE Young Entrepreneur Award for the year 2020 on Dr. Sundar Rajan Krishnan.
Mr. Jayan Sitaram Karve of ARC Life Sciences Private Limited, Bengaluru, Product Design, Medical Device Innovations. I now request President, Indian National Academy of Engineering to confer the special commendation on the selected candidates.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the special commendation for INAE and INAE Young Entrepreneur Award for the year 2020 on Mr. Jayan Sitaram Karve.
May I request Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Vice President INAE, to please come to the stage and announce the names of the winners of the Innovative Student Projects Award at doctoral and master's levels.
The Academy instituted Innovative Student Project Award in 1999 to identify every year innovative and creative research projects undertaken by the students in engineering institutions and provide recognition and incentives to them. The award carries a citation of Rs 25,000 in cash for selected PhD thesis, Rs 15,000 in cash for selected master's thesis, and Rs 10,000 cash to each member of the selected project at bachelor's level, subject to a maximum of 4 team members. Every year, nominations are invited by INAE from heads of the government, regional and private engineering colleges, institutions for one of best projects in each of the major engineering disciplines at the doctoral, master's and bachelor's level. These awardees are formally inducted as INAE student members for a period of 5 years and will be presented a certificate and identity card. The selection procedure of the subject award is a 2-tier selection process wherein at the first stage, initial shortlisting is done by the selection committee, followed by second stage wherein the shortlisted nominees are invited to make a presentation before the selection committee. Total of 194 nominations were received this year. Doctoral level 91, master's level 48 and bachelor's level 55. 78 nominees have shortlisted, 33 doctoral, 15 masters and 30 bachelors for presentation of their thesis projects before the selection committee. The second WebEx meeting was held on September 29-30, 2020 for presentation of their work before the selection committee. The selection committee recommended 10 nominees recommended for doctoral level, 1 individual award and 4 shared awards, 8 nominees for master's level. The names of award winners at doctoral and master's level will be announced now sequentially. Dr. Stephen, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. His thesis is Incorporation of Time-Dependent Fractal Behavior in the Structural Design of Fiber-Reinforced Concrete Elements. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Steffi J. Stephen.
Dr. Asha Das, Cochin University of Science and Technology, Kerala. Her thesis is Automated Nuclear Polymorphism Scoring in Histopathological Breast Cancer Images. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Asha Das.
Dr. Kuppu Raj Manikam, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Studies on flow dynamics and space-world interactions in gas turbine combustor. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Kuppuraj Rajamanikam.
Dr. Akshay Modi, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, tailored polymer nanocomposite hollow fiber membranes for biomedical gas separation and water treatment applications. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Akshay Modi.
Dr. Priyank Mukesh Kumar Shah, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, Adaptive Control Strategies for Resilient Operation of Grid Interfaced Solar Energy Conversion Systems, Enabling Power Quality Improvement. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Priyank Mukesh Kumar Shah.
Dr. Sayan De, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, NIO-based sensors for VOC and heavy metal ion detection. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Sayan De.
Dr. Chandan Bose, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, Dynamical Analysis of Unsteady Flow Phenomena around Flapping Vanes. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Chandan Bose.
Dr. Jhansi Jadhav, University of Hyderabad, School of Engineering Sciences and Technology, Hyderabad. Assessment of precipitation, deformation and fracture behavior of super nickel 263 Ni base super alloy under tensile and low cycle fatigue conditions. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Jhansi Jadhav.
Dr. Devanjan Das, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, New Avenues of Transition Metal-Based Water Splitting Electrocatalysts. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Devanjan Das.
Dr. Shoubik Ghosh, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, optical and optothermal route towards dynamic nano manipulation in fluids. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at doctoral level for the year 2020.
The Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at doctoral level on Dr. Souvik Ghosh.
To announce that this year, due to overwhelming response and high quality of work, 4 shared awards are being conferred at master's level. Mr. Alam Ghausi, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, sensitivity of precipitation and stream flow extremes to temperature over Central and South Asia. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at master's level to Mr. Tsr Alam Ghausi,
Mr. Suman Banerjee, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, incorporating domain knowledge in multilingual, goal-oriented neural dialogue models. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at master's level to Mr. Suman Banerjee,
Mr. Adarsh Somayaji, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, design and analysis of a variable stiffness adapting jaw for robust grasping. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at master's level to Mr. Adarsh Somayaji,
Ms. Krishna Manoj, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, emergence of rich dynamical behavior in networks of coupled candle flame oscillators, synchronization, amplitude, depth, and chimeras. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at master's level to Ms. Krishna Manoj,
Ms. Shruti Thakur, Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai, ultrasound assisted catalytic transfer hydrogenation of corn oil using PDC catalyst by formaldehyde reduction method. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at master's level to Ms. Smruti Thakur,
Mr. Praveen Kumar, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. Effect of process parameters on the microstructures, defects and mechanical properties in 3D printed SLM PBF Inconel 718 alloy. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at Master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at Master's level to Mr. Praveen Kumar.
Madhupati Vindarsai Krishna, National Institute of Technology, Calicut. Development of active switched impedance network based non-isolated DC-DC converters. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at Master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at Master's level to Mr. Malepati Venkata Sai Krishna.
Mr. Vinay Chandrasekhar K, International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. Design, fabrication and analysis of a portable anthropometric mimetic upper limb rehabilitation and exoskeleton system. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at Master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at Master's level to Mr. Vinay Chandrasekhar K.
Miss Anukiruthika T, Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, design and fabrication of customized foods using 3D printing. I request Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, to please confer the INAE Innovative Student Project Award at Master's level for the year 2020.
I confer the Innovative Student Project Award 2020 at Master's level to Ms. Anukiruthika T.
This brings us to the end of the conferment of awards at doctoral master's level. Soon my colleague Professor K. Bhanusankar Rao, Chief Editor of Publications, INAE, will be announcing the conferment of awards at bachelor's level.
Thank you, sir. May I request Professor K. Bhanusankar Rao, Chief Editor of Publications, INAE, to announce the names of the Innovative Student Projects awardees at bachelor level.
I am pleased to announce the conferment of 8 individual awards and 2 shared awards at bachelor level. The details of the award winners are Mr. Trishiv Datta, Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology, Shivpur. His thesis title is Prediction of Stochastic Non-Stationary Downbursts and Hurricane Wind Field. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Rishabh Datta,
Mrs. Gayatri Girish, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. Her thesis title is Utilizing Energy Function and Variational Inference Training for Designing a Novel Graph Neural Network Architecture. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Ms. Gayatri Girish.
Mr. Raidu Rahul, National Institute of Technology, Raipur. His thesis title is Internal Linear Mechanism Device for Vertical Transport Distraction Osteogenesis of Maxillomandibular Reconstruction. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Raidu Rahul.
Mr. Akash, Indian Institute of Technology, Tirupati. His thesis title is An Analytic Study of the Waldman-Frange Law and Thermoelectric Figure of Merit. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Akash.
This award is for Mr. Alok Kumar Pandey, Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. His thesis title is Pencil Lead Based Graphite Silica Composite Anodes for Practical Lithium Ion Batteries. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Alok Kumar Pandey.
Mr. A. Sai Darhas belong to National Institute of Technology, Andhra Pradesh. The thesis of their title is 3D multispectral brain tumor segmentation using deep neural networks. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. A. Sai Darahas.
Mr. Raghavendra belong to National Institute of Technology, Andhra Pradesh. The thesis of their title is 3D multispectral brain tumor segmentation using deep neural networks. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Raghavendra
Ms. K. Vinitha belong to National Institute of Technology, Andhra Pradesh. The thesis of the title is 3D multispectral brain tumor segmentation using deep neural networks. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Ms. K. Vinitha
Mr. Y. Nanda Kishore belong to National Institute of Technology, Andhra Pradesh. The thesis of the title is 3D multispectral brain tumor segmentation using deep neural networks. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Y. Nandakishore.
Mr. British Sontake. He comes from Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. The title of his thesis is Magnetic Transduction Schemes and Electronics for Angular Position Sensing of Throw Shaft over Full Circle Range. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. British Sontake.
Mr. Allam Varshit Reddy. He is from Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. The title of his thesis is Iterative Patched Conic Technique for Lunar Transfer Trajectories. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Allam Varshit Reddy.
Mr. Arvind Pujari, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. The title of the thesis is Aluminum-based plasmonic nanoparticles as an alternative to noble metal plasmonics. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Arvind Pujari.
Miss Siri Gadipudi. She comes from Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. The title of her thesis is Grid Connected Open-End Winding Induction Generator System with Series Reactive Power Compensation for Wind Energy Systems. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Siri Gadipudi.
Mr. Amok BS belongs to Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani. The title of his thesis is Black Phosphorus Based Sensors for Healthcare Applications. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Amok BS.
Mr. Kushank Singhal from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Their thesis is Development of Fast and Efficient Air Purification System. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Kushank Singhal.
Mr. Sumekesh Mishra from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Their thesis is Development of Fast and Efficient Air Purification System. I request you, Mr. President, INAE, to confer Innovative Student Project Award at the project level.
On behalf of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, I confer the Innovative Student Project Award for the year 2020 at bachelor's level on Mr. Sumekesh Mishra.
This brings us to the end of conferment of the award at bachelor level. I congratulate all these young awardees and wish them outstanding success in their future endeavors.
May I request Lieutenant Colonel Shobhit Rai, retired, Deputy Executive Director INAE, to kindly propose the vote of thanks, please.
Respected Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, Professor Indraneel Manna, Vice President INAE, Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Vice President INAE, Dr. Pradeep, Vice President INAE, and Professor K. Bhanu Sankara Rao, Chief Editor of Publications, esteemed INAE Fellows, young associates, awardees, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, on behalf of INAE, it is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I express my gratitude to the INAE Fellows and young associates who have spared their valuable time and participated in this unique annual convention conducted online for the first time and made it a grand success. Your encouraging comments and feedback during the conduct of the event shall encourage us to set the bar higher in the forthcoming events next year, which henceforth shall take a different form because of the limitations and challenges presented by COVID. I sincerely thank the Annual Convention Organizing Committee, chaired by Dr. Pradeep, Vice President INAE, and member fellows, namely Professor Indraneel Manna, Dr. Purnendu Ghosh, Professor K. Bhanu Sankara Rao, Mr. K. Ananthakrishnan, Mr. Madhukar Potwal, Professor Subhashish Chowdhury, Dr. Debashish Bhattacharjee, and special invitee from IIT Bombay, Professor Sundar, for guiding the INAE team from conception to execution of this event, which was unique in many ways. It took many hours of their collective wisdom to plan and shape the event for us at INAE headquarters to charter the course for its execution. As against previous years, wherein INAE always had a host organization which partnered with INAE to execute the physical form of the annual convention in all its glory, this year, due to COVID, the event is being organized virtually by INAE itself and with due guidance from the esteemed fellows of Annual Convention Organizing Committee, and I thank them for their support. My sincere thanks to the office bearers of the Academy, namely Dr. Sanak Mishra, President INAE, Professor Indraneel Manna, Vice President INAE, Dr. Ghosh, Vice President INAE, Dr. Pradeep, and Dr. K. Bhanusankara Rao, Chief Editor of Publications, in taking time out from their busy schedules to venture out in the corona times, braving the risk which we are all so well aware of, and going to the recording studios for conduct of this event and providing their air of authenticity to the event, which would otherwise have been diminished had it been a pure virtual event. My deepest admiration and thanks to the INAE staff. They bring such dedication and expertise to the headquarters, which to my mind is unparalleled. My salute to my predecessors, Brigadier S.C. Marwaha and late Brigadier Rajan Minocha, for putting together and nurturing a razor-sharp team. I thank Dr. Gitanjali Sani, Dr. Debjani Bhattacharya, Mr. Virinder Kumar, Mr. Bhuvan Adlakha, Mr. Rahul Garg, Mr. Sheetal Sharma, and all the others at INAE office for putting together this event along with our event consultancy firm, Messrs. Indigo Travels Private Limited, in making this virtual event a reality. At this moment, it is my pleasure to congratulate all the awardees and wish them many more prestigious laurels and accolades in their professional journeys ahead. I thank all present once again and request all fellows and young associates to please join us for the induction ceremony tomorrow morning. Thank you and Jai Hind.